Namaste. Someone was asking me about how to release repressed anger that they're not able to get out due to PTSD and problems of this sort. So I thought we would do a little reading to see what comes up. And if it varies from what I would say, from realization and my own path, I'll give that as well. So the first thing that comes out is evolution, okay? Which is a good card to begin to come out, because one has to be ready to go forward in their life, okay? It's so important to be willing to go forward and not to stay. Yes, I understand with PTSD. I've had PTSD many years ago. And you get thrown back into the situation and relive it. The trauma is relived as if it's happening in this moment. But one has to be willing and ready to go forward. Okay. So, let's see what else advice the Tarot will have. Okay. Next is love. Very good one. Love. When you're dealing with this anger and these things repressed that one has to come at it from a point of love as well. To be open to that dynamic of love rather than this anger and hate and drama. Because when one is clinging to those things, this anger and the poor me and nobody understands, and it's, the only one that you are hurting is yourself. Okay? So we'll get into this. We'll see if the cards get into it, and if not, I'll explain it more. But yeah, love. It's important to open to love. You have to, again, love the universe, love yourself. Very important during these things, not to continue to take on those dramas. Creativity. And this is creativity of crystals. So creativity of thought. One has to be, again, creative in their thought process and be willing to let go of it instead of rehashing the same old dramas and soap operas that one has been involved in. If you keep rehashing it, you're not going to let go of it. You're only going to continue to feed that anger and that angst that's in place. Again, one has to be creative and expansive in their thinking to begin to release these things. Next. Commitment. One has to be willing, again, committed to going forward. You have to keep your focus. Like the cougar, keep one pointed focus in going forward rather than looking back. Okay? One needs to have the ideation of they are willing to go forward when it comes to this anger and this angst that one holds. Next, increase, expansion, flower, encouragement, abundance. See what you do have in your life. See what you have now. Okay? Not what you lost, that you think you've lost from past things. Why do you continue to let it take away from you now? Okay? See what you have now. Okay? Let's go forward. And again, you have to let go of these old things so that you can increase, so that you can have an overflowing expansion. Because as long as you continue to hold on to this anger and angst and let it feed on you, the less you're going to be able to have increase or that overflow of expansion, because one is stifling themselves into this contracted state. Okay. So, next, yeah, trapped in fear. You have to understand that at this point in time, you're trapped in fear only by your own mental attention to what has taken place, okay? And you don't have to be trapped. We're always liberated. We're always free. We're even free to be trapped. Okay, that's kind of our undoing when you understand liberation. You finally get to that end point, you go, oh my God, I was always free, but I've been free to be trapped. Okay, we keep ourselves trapped. Okay, we keep ourselves trapped in a jail of our own making, because while those events happened, they happened long ago. So in the end, when you're still suffering now because of it, who is causing your suffering? Who is causing your suffering? This event happened many years ago. But who continues to feed it and give it energy? Is it the perpetrator? No, the only one can come back to is myself. I'm the one that continues to feed it. I am the one that is making my own jail at this point. I am the one that is keeping myself bound. So what is the way out of it? Let's see if the cards are going to tell us. Because there is an avenue through and out. There is a way to release it. Opportunity beckons. Okay, you have the opportunity in every moment to go forward. Okay? Because you're asking the question, how can I release it? The opportunity is there for it to take place. Okay? So let's go forward and see what else we have. But yes, the opportunity is in place now for this to be released. And it doesn't come through finding a padded cell or whatever that you can just go scream in. This is not going to help to release this anger and this angst and things that one has going. Okay. So let's see what else we have. We have the King. Okay. We are on our own throne and our own foundation. Okay. We are the ones that keep that energy in place. Because we keep looking back at the event. And every time we continue to look back on it, ruminate on it, we continue to feed it and give it energy. Okay? So it becomes a vicious cycle. Looking back, feeling the pain, feeding it. Looking back, feeling the pain, feeding it. It's just, you become in a cyclone and a absolute turmoil of our own design. Next, again, it's something that one battles with. But battling with it, again, is giving this negativity attention, which only feeds it. Any negativity that one wants to battle with, you are feeding that negativity to give it strength to continue. Okay? And no, I'm not going to tell you out of sight, out of mind, just forget about it. That's not what the guidance is going to be. But let's see what the cards have to say on it. I want to see if they're actually going to come up with it. Okay. The Fool, the start and the end of the journey. Okay. Again, we have within ourselves the ability to start or end the journey. It can become new in any moment. Okay? And there is a way to do this. There is a way to move beyond this anger and angst that one represses and holds in. Okay? Let's continue forward. Serenity. Okay. To be in that still place. Okay. To come to a still place. And yes, it is possible to come to serenity within oneself. Okay. So let's continue forward. Take time for yourself, you know, take time and go out and don't beat up on yourself. Don't relive the negative drama that comes out of those types of situations, okay? I love this. Surrounding yourself with those things of your home, see what's there, again, of benefit that you do have, whether it's your loyal friend, your dog, your loyal friend that's there to bring comfort, okay, your pets or family or friends, what you have, okay. Let's continue forward. Okay. Patience. All things in its time. Okay. But again, be careful of what you're growing. Are you feeding the negative drama, the anger and the angst? Is that what you're going to birth? Or are you going to birth a new mentality, you know, to let go, to be willing to move forward? rather than making this your identity. So many people want to use it and make it their identity. My story, but you don't understand. My story is so bad. It's so sad. It's so miserable. Oh my God, Okay. It's about also coming to a balance. Understand that things are eternally in balance, in flux. Okay? In order to get to, again, realization, the snake has to eat its own tail. You have to get rid of the drama and the illusions that one is holding to about themselves and their existence. Okay? And also about your trauma that one goes through, and all of these things that one continues to feed. Okay. Moonbeam-filled waterfalls. The way through is not to have these pie-in-the-sky things, or that one is trying to get there by fantasizing about. Okay. It's not through fantasy and trying to create a different story, to tell yourself a different story and a different fantasy that you're going to live out, because that's just a mask. That's not going to release it. Okay. It can come to a rapid moving forward. Okay. There is a way. Okay. Okay. One has to get beyond these ideas that one has preserved. Okay, that they've frozen in place. One has to get beyond the ideations that one has frozen in place. Again, this includes the anger and the angst and all of that drama that surrounds a long past event. Okay. Next. Insects support. Okay. The universe is there to support you. There are always supporting elements available if you're ready to move forward. Okay. Okay, you have to understand again that you are the one that is on your own throne, that holds to your own ideas and all of your things in your life. Okay, so now we get to, I'm going to tell you what we need to do. Okay. While you feel trapped in this identification, the way through is again a way through love. Okay, and creativity of thought. So now what is this love and creativity and this opportunity that is now beckoning you so that you can go forward in evolution and eventually get to having increase rather than staying where you are stuck with the continuing dreams, fantasies being thrown back into the same isolated situation. Okay? How is it that one can come to this balance and let the snake eat its tail? That story can be over. How do you need to go forward to birth this new ideation of a good life, good family life, rather than struggling with what one has been struggling with? Okay, how can we rapidly move forward into serenity and into being the one that is in charge, rather than allowing this other stuff to continue to impede you? Okay, so here is the support, okay, given so you can begin a new path, a new journey in this. So what one has to do, okay, is you need to look and understand that the persons that have done these types of things to you, that they are in a hell realm. They are driven to do the things that they do. Okay? They are driven, and they are living in a hell realm. Think of the hell realm one has to be in to be able to do the things they do to hurt other people. And understand you have a chance to get out of it. Okay? But they are stuck in their hell realm. Okay? So don't allow their hell realm to continue to fuel your angst. So how does one get beyond this? By having compassion. By understanding, again, they are in a hell realm, and you have a chance to move forward, but they will remain in their hell realm. Okay? Yes, this event occurred, but the only one that's holding it in place in this place and point in time is yourself. By feeding it, by continuing to give it energy, by continuing to allow it to take your peace. You are the one that is victimizing yourself at this point. Yes, this is a hard lesson to learn, and it's one that I learned the very hard way. Okay? This is how one becomes a teacher. You have very hard lessons. You know, it took a long time for me to be able to look at the pain that I was holding, that I had been through. I understand why people cut themselves, or why people, sometimes when you create pain of the body, it's easier to deal with than the pain of the mind, of an event. So it takes a while before one finally wakes up one day and goes, well, that's pretty stupid. It's not solving anything. The minute the physical pain is gone, then mental pain comes back again, and then one's on the same cycle. Okay. Eventually one gets tired of that cycle. Okay. So again, what's the answer? So again, for here, the answer was looking deeply and seeing that I was holding this in place myself now. Yes, that event happened, but it happened long ago. So why am I holding this? Why am I causing my own suffering now? Why do I continue to go back to that event and relive it and relive it and relive it? And be angry and pissed off and continue to feed it. Because the more you get angry and pissed off and feed it, guess what? The more alive you continue to give it this life, this energy. Okay? The more you validate it. Okay? This is not to say in yourself, oh, it never happened. Well, yeah, it did happen, okay? But it is an event in history that's done. Okay? So again, the way to get beyond it is to develop compassion. To develop compassion. because the one that has done these things lives in the hell realm. Understand the consciousness they must be living in to be able to hurt people the way that they do. So in compassion, when you can develop compassion for their suffering, which in turn wants to make others suffer, when you can develop compassion for that, then you can release this trauma and drama in your own life. So the way through is through love, developing compassion for that one that is in a hell realm and remains in a hell realm, a very skewed thinking, mental illness, to be able to do these things to others. Okay. So you want to know the way to release this anger and angst and things that you have broiled, that you stuff down? Develop compassion. Okay. And once you can actually see and understand that they are in an absolute hell realm of their own design, and they have no way forward, no way out of it, that they will continue to be in this hell realm. Even when they leave the form, it will continue to be a hell realm until they get aid. You can develop compassion. And when you develop compassion, it releases you. It releases all of your trauma and drama that you're holding to and feeding. Okay? So I hope this has helped. Namaste. Love and light. Have a great day.